I'm a noob. First ever live stream. Hi. Good morning, Cindy. Well, it's afternoon here, but yeah, good morning. Feels strange being live. First ever one. It's absolutely roasting as well today. Had no fish yet. This whole bay was empty yesterday though, there was no fish at all. Later in the evening, we've seen a few moving in. And then there's just loads of fish showing today, but I think the temperature's just too warm and they're not biting yet, so hopefully in a little bit. Noisy when they come through. don't know how to pronounce that name, but hi. I'm currently fishing for carp in Staffordshire, England. Biggest carp in the lake's 52 pounds, so hopefully I can get something big. Just changing bait. Big Mike, what's going on? So bright, so sunny. It's roasting. There's my glasses. Here we are. Where you going, Mike? Where are you from? Healing Island. Never heard of that. Is it UK, US? Ah, okay, okay. So I'm in New Orleans, Staffordshire, but they've had the wee cutting boat in on the lake for like 3 days. I'll flip you around. So this is the bay, like through there. But right the way through there, you can't even see because it's just focusing on my finger. The lake's 12 acres. This is just like maybe an acre, this bay. And they've let us fish in the bay. The lake's been closed, but they've let us to fish in the bay. So I think that we cutting them off a bit. Couldn't see no fish at all yesterday. 12 acre lake, there's only 120 fish, so quite hard, like. It took me 2.5 years to catch on here. Ridiculous. But there's a lot of fish moved into the bay today, so I'm hoping that once the weather cools off a little bit, they'll get the net down. We'll have a fish. You streamed before, mate, on a live? Nice, mate. That's all I've been doing, and I ended up getting 50 subs, but I think most of them are in America, and obviously being a Scouser, the accent's not the best. So when they come in, I don't think they'll be able to understand me. What do you fish for, mate? Monsters, what's going on? Nothing yet. I'm just saying it's so warm. So they've been cutting the weed in the lake, so we were allowed, it was shut, but they've let me and my mate get in the bay. One sec. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a light patch, which is me bait in the water. Yeah, so they were cutting the lake monsters, all the weed out the lake, so I think it's put them off, but we've seen loads of fish in this bay this morning. So hopefully once it cools off a bit, we'll get one. There was loads down here before, but I can't see any of them. Ducks aren't half noisy. I'm gonna walk back round. When are you going live again, monsters? It's Mike saying I can't read and walk. Nice, Mike. Nice. So I only really fish for carp. I did buy a sea fishing setup. So my nan passed away not long back, and I got a sea fishing setup because my head was up my backside. I thought I'll get out on the River Mersey for a bit, but I haven't been out yet. It's so noisy, them trains. Yeah, I haven't been out yet. I'm going to try the Mersey, but I think it's better when it's cold. Butch, what's going on? Mike, I don't know if I can click your name and subscribe. Nope. I want to do this though, because make monsters are mad. So Mike, go over to catch on monsters. He's in Texas and he fishes for alligator gar. He catches some absolute monster, like 145-pound alligator gars. So we're turn you around and show you the setup. I had that on there, so I thought I'd be able to like forward face and backward face, but I can't because when I put it in, it just goes blank. So I need to get a little tripod. The rods and reels, new rods, but they're so hard to, they're really stiff, they're dead hard to compress. Monster's taking a nap. Nice one, mate. Appreciate that. So, I'm a bit camera shy, if I'm being honest, but I've known Monsters for ages now. And then someone who's talking in chat like yourself, mate, it's easy to just go along with. So, Monsters, you still in here? Yes, so look, these are what I caught the wells on in, I was going to say Wales in Spain. The 20, I think the 28mm halibut pellets. You drill through them and hair rig them. But I really think there'd be a game changer over there for use for the catfish. Got. Oh. Shit. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. Mike, what bait do you use? Yeah, you do need to try those Monsters. So they're the sticky baked manila Monsters. You know, if you smelt them, you'd want to eat them. They're like toffee vanilla. Oh, they're unreal. Monsters, you've seen all this before because I've sent you pictures. Doo-doo-doo. Monsters, you know what, mate? I have. So they don't taste too bad, but they're really gritty. Like, it's like eating sand. Mike, where do you go for your catfish in the UK? So I'm in Baden Hall now in Staffordshire, like I said, but there's no catfish here. I was meant to be in St John's in Linear, and they've got, I think the biggest out there last year was 120. So I think in a couple of weeks I'm going to go to Linear, but we had a quick change of plan. It's so warm. I'm going to sit down and faces out to the lake, but I am watching chat. Longbridge Finch Farm, I've not heard of that. You know what, I'm going to screenshot that, one sec. Screenshot it and then I'll have a look later. Why have I just gone to a green screen? Go. So there's one up these ways. So from Liverpool, mate, this is only an hour and 10-minute drive. There's one called Lakemore. I don't know if you've heard of it or fished it. They've got cats in. I've heard of a few of the rivers have got the cats in as well, mate. But it's a bit hush-hush, isn't it? Because they're not meant to be there. Just outside London. It's like a 3-hour drive, isn't it? Don't mind going to London, mate, when the mighty Reds are in Wembley. That's about it. Oh, and I'm going to see Coldplay in September at Wembley. I don't mind London for them reasons. But now, see, I'll have a look at that, I will. It's always nice to try somewhere new. This one is, so in here you get the sheds, so you don't have to bivvy up. It's a lot easier. 40 quid for 24 hours it is. Besides the cameras, I don't know if I can do it that way. I'm going to try something else. That's better. If I just put it in half in the holder, it works. Monsters, have you stopped smoking yet? I thought you did. I thought you smoked. I thought you said you were on like 20 a day or whatever. On one of your lives, my bad. Mike, what's your Facebook group called? I'll join that in a bit. So we're going to book, I don't know if you've seen Hunt's Corner on Linear, we're going to book that in September for 8 of us for either 48 or 72 hours. Monsters. Big Mike, okay. I'll go on that. I'll go on Facebook in a bit and join mate. Yeah, we're going to book Hunt's Corner because it's one of the lads' birthdays, so I think it's got 10 pegs on it, we're just going to book 8. And then, well, we're going to book the 10, but we're just going to get 8 people to go, so if anyone needs to move, there's an option then. Mike, I went to one maybe 3 weeks ago. It was one of my mate's 50th, and it was in Wales, not far, North Wales it was. So it was pretty close for us. It'd be a fair drive for you. It was £500 for the 4 of us for 48 hours, but it was like a luxury lodge. Proper toilet, proper shower, kitchen. It was absolutely stunning as well. The lake was stunning. Some big fish in it too. Portsmouth. My cousin was living down there for a bit. Don't know where she lives now. We had a bit of a fall now, but she was down there for a bit. Portsmouth. I don't think I've ever been to Portsmouth. I've been to Bournemouth. I was in Bournemouth last year. Pool Harbour. Do you support Portsmouth, Mike? Footy wise? We've got 4 watching and 2 chatting. So if the other 2, please chat. I've got 732 subs at the moment. Don't do football. See, I'm from Liverpool, mate. We don't really have a choice. It's Liverpool or Everton, and I weren't picking Everton, let me tell you. 732 on YouTube, Mike. I didn't even know you needed 50 to go live. And then through Monsters channel and another one called Anything's Possible, which is a fishing channel, like loads of people just sub each other, and it was just, I was blown away, to be honest, that I got the 50 to go live. And I've done it pretty quick. I've done it within like a month. And then I went to go live yesterday and I had to do the verification thing and wait 24 hours. I was fuming. I could have done that at home and been live yesterday as well. Monsters. So the other channel I watch, Anything Possible, I think he's from Pennsylvania. I'm not sure, don't quote me. But what he does is once he sees people in the chat regular, he will mod them and make them a mod, so it's full of mods. But when you're a mod, you can click on everyone's channel and go to the channel and subscribe to them. So it helps people grow. I know you've got a couple of us on there, but I'm debating whether to just do what he does, and if people come in regular, then mod them. What's that, Mike? I don't know what that is. YouTube Studio. I haven't got a clue what I'm doing, I'm not gonna lie. I knew how to go live, that was about it. And I keep on hitting like the green screen and stuff like that, and I'll get more into it, but I'm not trying to be a massive YouTuber. I just, while I'm out here, I can live and people can watch, and you know, being by the lake's calming for me, so if people can watch and chill out, then that's good. Okay. So is that something you got to pay for, Mike, or YouTube Studio? Morning, Dorothy. Say morning, it's 2:28 here. Oh, we're a bit ahead of you guys over there. I'm very conscious of this white bit at the bottom here, and it's doing me head in. Yeah. I think for next time I'm going to get a tripod, definitely. It is, Dorothy, it's absolutely stunning. I've been coming here for, I think it was the year before COVID, so maybe 2018, 2019. And like, just even like, you know, you see it, like there's a willow over there, but the lake's surrounded by willow trees and all them have grown on since, and it's absolutely stunning, honestly. I'd live here if I could. Dorothy, where are you from? What part of America? Mike, I'll have a look on Amazon. I've got Prime, so it'll be here pretty quick down on it, but I just need something more. This what I'm using now is, so when I'm in the bivvy or in the hut and I'm in bed, I can like get under me sleeping bag and then Indiana, okay. Excuse me. I can get in my sleeping bag and this just holds my phone so I can watch my phone, especially at the footy or that on. Don't hold it against him, Mike, but Monsters is a Real Madrid supporter. Other than that, he's a good lad. Dorothy, have I seen you in Bob's Lives? Yeah, I thought so. So, honest answer, Dorothy. Let that train go past where we are. The main route from the north of England down through to London is like right in the middle of this property. So you'd have to go over a bridge to get each side of the property. It's a nightmare. Going back to it. Honest answer, Dorothy. Is the accent hard to understand? Because I find a lot of people in America find the Liverpool accent really hard to understand, and that was one of, when I wanted to go live, I was thinking, are people going to understand me? Because a lot of the subs have come from Bob's or Monsters, Catching Monsters, from their lives. So they're America based. Flip it around for a minute. Look like a tomato. Thank you, Dorothy. Give me a little bit more confidence there. Monsters, I know you say I'm good, but you sort of half understood it anyway, so I think if you watch UFC and you listen to Paddy the Baddy, then you've got an idea as you do, Monsters, but like a lot of people are like, I can't understand the word them scousers say. Oh, it's so warm here. I think it's 23 degrees, but not in the one that you measured it in over there. Monsters, what time are you in work till? Nice one, mate. See, it's different for people in this country. They can understand it, but they either love it or hate it. Simple. I'll stand on business and say our city is one of the most friendly in the UK, though. Hala Madrid, wow. Wow. I'm going to time you out if you carry on. Hey, you're getting timed out, Monsters. Monsters, are you related to Ways the Human? I weren't sure if he's related or not. Let me just get my power back. Monsters, look at that. That's what you call a power pack, mate. You need them for when you go live. That's hand built with a motorbike battery inside. Yes, we charge you. I thought you was, Monsters. Dorothy, I don't know if you haven't already. I don't know if you can via the chat, but subscribe to. Everyone should be subscribing to each other. But Monsters is from Texas and he fishes for big alligator gar. Fishes for carp and stuff as well, but does catching, cooks, camping. He's a good lad. Even though he does shout Hala Madrid, he's a good lad. Yeah, so that battery pack will last me. I'll charge it when I get home. And that'll last for me phone and anything else I need. That'll last 3 days. 72-hour session, so. Got the van behind us. So my mate brings a big power bank and a proper fridge freezer. Shame there's no car floating past. I need to start working before I get in trouble. Good luck on that. Nice one, monsters. And look, thanks for stopping by. It means a lot. Really does. I'll catch you later. Get some work done. Been fishing this bay all morning. I must have seen 20 or 30 carp just floating around, and now I can't see any. Nice one, mate. Appreciate it. Feels weird doing a live because obviously I've never done it, and I feel like I'm talking to myself, which is probably normal. And I'm aware that it's probably normal, but it just still doesn't make it feel any better, to be honest. I suppose once the chat builds up a bit and the community builds up and you get regulars, then the conversation flows a bit easier, doesn't it? Mike, I seen a post on Facebook this morning. I don't know if you've heard of Euro Aqua. It's in Hungary, and they've just had £104 mirror carp out. Absolute unit. £104. How do you lift a £104 carp for a picture? You don't. Surely it's just water shots, isn't it? Crazy, isn't it, Dorothy? £104. That's just like that's mental. I think the biggest I've heard of, Mike, correct me if I'm wrong, but the biggest in the UK is in its 60s, maybe £60. I've never heard of anything over 60. My personal best was, yeah, probably with helping my laugh. My personal best for me car is £32.5. That was in Oxford and Linear. And then my biggest ever carp was, no, it was £32 in Oxford and 32.5 in Spain. And then I had catfish up to £102 in Spain. They were big. Mike, oh no, Mike's not in, it's just you, Dorothy, isn't it? Only one in by the looks of it. Dorothy, did you go fishing? Oh, it's Mike still in. So to begin with, when you're alive, but all I can say is this really becomes a lot of fun when you get Yeah, man. That's what I love about it. Speaking to people from everywhere, man. Even in other lives, just in the chat. Ah, fair enough, Dorothy. That's it, mate. That's it. Absolutely that. So I've known Monsters who's in the chat. He's probably gone now, but I've been on his lives for maybe 2 or 3 years now, and I've told him to come over here if he can fly over. Come over. We'll get him into this place. This is really hard though, so maybe just do 24 hours and then a couple of other lakes while he's over, something a bit easier, and then take him to Anfield for the game as well. Even though he is a Madrid supporter. It's even like that on the bank as well, Mike, isn't it? When you meet new people, like, met so many people in different fisheries. Still got there was a lad who took a picture of that 32 where I got a linear. I've still got him on Facebook now. Mike, what's the sea fishing down there, like? The place I went to do the other week in Wales, the guy's selling that for 3.2 million. I think he's asking. These trains, man, are so loud. Yeah, for 3.2 million he's selling it for, and he's just bought a house on the south coast. I couldn't tell you where, for 1.5 million, and he's bought a boat as well. So he said they're going to sell up and then move down there. And he's just going to go out on the boat sea fishing, just him and his mate. Yeah, that's crazy, that, mate. I'd be out every night, mate. See, where I am in Liverpool on the Mersey, the tides are so interchangeable. Like, some of the tides are like, I think they go up to as big as like 11, 12 metres. So you just can't fish it. So there's only certain tides you can fish, and then it's what you fish for. If it's cold, the cod come in. But that's not guaranteed. It's nice that, mate. Look out my window, you can see Anfield, which is good for me. But the river, the Mersey, is only literally 10-minute drive from the house. And then I can be over the other side of the river in like 15 minutes. And I can be on the beach then, so you can fish off the beach. You just have to watch the way the tide comes in. It comes in behind you. Depends, Dorothy. So as I said, you can go to where I am in Liverpool. I live in Liverpool, where the Beatles are from. So we are a coastal town, coastal city, if you like. So there is beach. We've got the river, which is a tidal river, so we can fish that. The local parks, you can fish for like see carp and pike and bream. But if you want to go for specifically big fish, then like this is an hour drive away from my house. So I'd drive here and fish here for like 48 hours, 72 hours. Or it tends to be, because I'm in the north of England and the northwest, the further south you go, the bigger the fish end up getting, because it's warmer and it's only slightly, but it makes a difference. I don't get out fishing all the time, maybe once a month, if I'm lucky. I've 5 kids at home, so I'm lucky I get out. The missus is cool like that. Indiana's big into the racing, aren't they, Dorothy? Like NASCAR and stuff. Nice, Mike. Is that day ticket or is it syndicate? Usually when you get big carp like that, they're all syndicates. I used to fish one by Clitheroe, by Preston, and the carp, I'm talking 10 years ago, they went to £47 then. But one of them got took out and put, I think it's called Gritton or Grixton Complex. I'm not sure, it might be down Peterborough ways. But they got put in there and it's syndicate. But that's a day ticket, like you're saying, that's cool. What's it called? Dorothy, I get that. So, as I say, where I live, I'm right by Liverpool's football ground, and the traffic on a match day is horrendous. So I can drive it in less than 2 minutes. If I drive on a match day, it takes me an hour. Broadlands, I've heard of that. Mike, have you ever done Trent View? I think that's in Nottingham. Screenshot now as well, mate. Because I have got... Yeah, makes sense. One sec, sorry. There we go. Well, I've got a surface controller out, mate, with a fake dog biscuit on. I've been putting dog biscuits out all morning since like 6 o'clock. And been a few talk, but nothing. You know yourself, when you're fishing on the surface, you want to get them confident and they're not. But I have put a controller out where I've seen a group of carp, so I'm praying. Dorothy, what happened then? Did that just go off? Because when I take a screenshot, like Mike just told me the name of a fishery, which I want to remember. I took a screenshot of it and then it went to a green screen for me. I had to cancel it. It's all a learning curve, isn't it? You know what's crazy, Dorothy, is like I think of the YouTubers what I watch in America and where they are when they're fishing. So like you're Indiana, I think Bob's in Pennsylvania maybe. I might get that wrong. Monsters was in Texas. I've been mates with a lad for years from Florida. Mike, what time are you going live, bro? So I'll check in. I'll join the Facebook group in a bit. Yeah, Dorothy, as I was saying, sorry. There's people in different states, and it just amazed me how big the United States is. Because from my house, from my front door to my friend's house in Florida, is the same distance as Miami in Florida to California. That just blew me away. Absolutely massive. Mike, I'm on it. I'll join it in a bit. Yeah, it's massive, Dorothy, it is. But the good thing you've got going for you is, because the UK is an island, if we want to go anywhere, we've got to get plane or boat. Whereas if you just want to go anywhere, you've got every possible. You've got Stone Beaches down in Miami. You've got the Rockies, you've got Yellowstone, you've got all kinds there that you can just drive to. It is, Dorothy. It is. It really is. I love the way everyone gets on as well, Dorothy. Like especially in Bob's lives, like that's a proper community. That everyone just gets on, and it's nice. Like I was saying before, I didn't have no subs, and between Monsters and Bob, everyone just subscribes to it, and it's just. I've seen YouTubers say like it took them a year to get 50 subs, and it took me. I don't even think it took a month. Like I've had the channel for years, but I've never done anything with it. But yeah, hopefully it grows now. Let me do this. I'm gonna do what Bob does, Dorothy, and just wrench everyone up as he says, and then everyone can. That's nice though, Dorothy. It is. It's nice. Too many people in the world today just hate. Don't want anyone to succeed in anything, and what's the point? You're more than welcome, Dorothy. Mike, no problem, bro. Thought you got off, to be honest, but yeah. As I say, there's a guy that me and Dorothy watch called Anything Is Possible, Mike. and he just gives everyone moderator like that, and then like you can go into Dorothy now and subscribe to her, and she can go into your channel and subscribe to you. It just makes it easy. One thing I will say is if you go and subscribe to someone while the live's on, it skips back to the beginning of the live, so make sure you just touch it and press skip to live. Yeah, there is, Dorothy, 100% there is. Oof, that sun's just gone behind the clouds, lovely that. Nice, Mike. Do you know what I hate, Mike? So, a lot of the ones that I watch are in America, so it's late at night. So I'll get in bed and I'll have to end the live. Or I'll watch it on the telly in bed. But you can't comment on the telly, can you? It's so annoying. I think they just do something where you could link your phone to your account and you can, or even the remote. Might go ahead, mate. Honestly. Always up to, you don't learn if you don't listen, mate. Goes for everything, like. Question, mate. You know when you're using them pellets, the halibut pellets, the bigger ones, excuse me, you get many takes from carp on them. Because everyone's tried them in here for the carp, and they're certainly big enough to take them. I just don't know if it's worth a go or not. It seems to be wafters work well in here. I've got manila wafters on. Well, I've got one on. Surface controllers out on the middle. Make it horizontal. I'm literally sitting here like this trying to figure out which way is horizontal. Horizontal's that way, isn't it? So I read something saying to give people the best experience, do it vertical. So I will definitely do horizontal next time, 100%. So you do get many takes with them. And I'm thinking, like, let's be honest, when we do a mix or whatever to put out, 90% of the time it's got pellet in, hasn't it? So it just makes sense to me to put a big pellet on, and if nobody's using them in here, it might be worth a try. I'm gonna join the Facebook group definitely, and then I'll put I'll put one of them pellets on tonight, and I'll bang it out by the island, and then I'll let you know in the group how I get on. If I catch a fish, I'm gonna call it Big Mike. Ah, okay. I didn't know that's what that was. I've had that loads on our telly as well. So if I do vertical, you have them lines on the telly. If I do horizontal, it won't have them lines, but will it still look the same on a phone? Yeah, it must do then, Dorothy, yeah. Okay, I'll try horizontal next time. Can I change it while I'm live, Mike, do you know? This chat's so hard to read, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think so. Okay. No, only when setting the live up. Okay, I'll do it next time. The sun's on my screen. I've got my polarised on because the sun just kills my eyes off. It's just messing with the screen. Hey, you can use them trains when you go past. Sound Mike. As I say, next time I'll sort it, I'll do it horizontal. But thank you, because I would not have known that. Yeah, them trains are a nightmare, mate. So they run through from, I think they come from I know they come from Liverpool, Manchester, like all the northern cities. It's the main line down to London. Sweet, mate, I'll have a look. I'll have a look. You know, when you're using a big pellet like that, mate, for the car brakes, do you have to do like, do you have to make your hair longer? Because they are pretty big, aren't they? When we was on the Ebro in Spain, fishing for the big cats, so we done a week, we came home, and as we come home, there was a couple landing there to fish on the honeymoon, which I think's amazing. So they were doing, there's going to be a track that goes past now, so that'll probably be allowed. They were doing a week on the Ebro and then a week in Italy, in like a posh hotel for their honeymoon. They have fish up to 200 and odd pound, catfish. But we were using 6 of them halibut pellets on a rig. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm with you, mate. Got all the stuff there to do it. I don't know if you use it, but I like using the cord at end trap and then stripping off the coating for what I need and whatever, but I'll knock a rig up in a bit. I did try and get some bigger hooks. I think the biggest I've got is a size, it might be 6 or 4, I don't know. But I wanted to try the new OMC ones. I don't know if you've seen them, but they're a thicker gauge, so they're really strong. So I was going to get them for the catfish, because I thought I was going to Oxford for the big catfish, but The plans changed. We was meant to be doing 74 hours down in Oxford, and we've ended up doing 48 in Staffordshire instead, because the other two lads couldn't make it. I wish I could show you the owner's house on here. It's like a proper old school Victorian house, like a mansion. It's got all the white walls with the black beams in. Oh, looks amazing. Swans aren't half noisy. 1-0. So I went to, I don't know if you've got one down there, Mike Angle and Direct, and they had specific catfish hooks. But I didn't have a clue what I was looking at because I've never bought hooks specifically for the big catfish. So next time I go there, I'll probably go there next week. Next time I'll take some pictures and put them in the group, and then you can let me know. What rods do you use, mate? Give me a minute, I'll be back now. I'm going to leave you on, but... Oh. Sorry guys. Dorothy, take care. See you later, Mike. Dean, what's going on, mate? You're saying afternoon, so I'll take you that you're in the UK. Ah, nice, Dean, nice. I'm gonna jump on the group once I end the live. I'm gonna jump on the Facebook group. And then, let me see if I can... Yeah, I can't go to your channel from here, Mike, or Dean, but... Do that though. Yeah, it's nice that, Mike, you know. Honestly, I appreciate that. Yeah. So, Dean, I'm in Baden Hall in Staffordshire. Biggest in the lake is 52.4, I think it is. Got here yesterday. Beyond that island is the main lake, and they were weed cutting it, so the lake was shut, but they've let me in and me mate on this bay area a bit. And I think it's freaked them out a little bit, to be honest. Seen no fish at all yesterday, and then they've moved in today into the bay, so... But I don't know what it's like down there where you are today, but it's roasting here. So I think once it goes a bit cooler a bit later, I might get a fish. This is a 12-acre lake. It's only got 120 fish in it. So it's properly hard. Nice one, dude. It was horrible here yesterday. It was pure windy all day. It was cold as well. Nice one, dude. Mike, it's good like that, isn't it? It's like some monster who was in before. I mod his channel for him. Only on YouTube, only on his lives, but it's it's just good. I think it's good to have someone in. Yes, some dickhead sometimes, don't you? Let's be honest, pardon the French, but like I said, this is the first ever live I've done. And the first comment on the live when I went live was some girl saying noob. Like, why? I am a noob. Never done it before. I've never once gone into someone's live and just been negative though. I don't get the point. Nice one, Dean. Appreciate that. Once I've ended the live, I'll do it back. I've just tried to click Mike's link there. It's trying to take me out of the live. So once I've finished, I'll go on to Mike's channel and yours and sub back. At the moment, I've got, so the rod on the left hand side here is just past that willow tree, and that's on a manila wafter with a few boilies and a bit of pellet around it. But I put boilies out last night and the water's crystal, so I can see the boilies. They haven't been touched last night, so I put it on a PVA bag, so that's the only other bait I put out with it. I haven't put no more bait on it. And then I've got my surface controller out, but it's not doing nothing. There was a few taken off the top earlier, so I thought I'd put it out and give it a go. I think the heat's just putting them off though. I get you, Dean. Even if you don't put nothing on your channel, Dean, I don't know why you say don't sub, but even if you don't put nothing on it, even if a sub and then you wanted to start doing something, you're already another sub closer, aren't you? Because you've got to do 50 subs before you go live. Then you've got to verify it, which is a nightmare. But Mike, Dean, do any of you use the RT7 at all? The bait boat? I'm with me mate here and he's got one. You're not allowed them on here, to be honest. So we don't use it on here. But it was in the van, so we brought it with him and we were having a look through the controller. But it just seems like a nightmare. It seems so complicated. I'm off 5 AM in the morning. Nice, Dean, nice. Yo! What? Which? Wait! Is right. Have they announced it? Sick. That's me mate shouting me to tell me he's just got Florian Verts. Is right. Yeah, Dean, where'd you go catfishing, mate? So I've been to Ebro and I love it. And I do linear, I do St John's and Lillian, there's cats in there, although I've never had one from there. But it's something I want to do more of in the UK, but I'm Liverpool, so travelling down south's a nightmare. I've heard, I don't know how true it is, but I've heard there's cats in the river Ribble, up by Preston and that. Angling technique. I haven't seen, I mean, my other mate's got the Boatman, which is okay, but it doesn't really hold a lot of bait, and I don't know. The RT7 is an absolute monster, it can hold about 4 key of bait, but they're just so expensive, aren't they? Once you buy the sonar and you do the subscription, a lifetime subscription to their map thing is 1,500 quid, I think. Nice, Dean, nice. So, there's a lake, I can't even think it'll come to me. It's in Oxford. Orchid Lakes. That's meant to have cats in. I know Linney has got them. France, do you know what? As a carp angler, I've never fancied France. I don't know what it is. I think I'd rather do Croatia or Italy. I'd love to do Italy on the River Po for the catfish. Meant to be some monsters in there. I went for a week in 2014 to the Ebro. There was another Scouse lad who owned it. He had 27 acres of land and motocross bikes, so the lads can do that if they want, and then go down the river fishing. But we just fished it. I think we done 5 days solid fishing, and we had 3 ton in weight of fish. There was like 5 carp and the rest were just catfish. We had them up to, my biggest was 102, and my brother-in-law who was with, his biggest was 140. Dean, is that the Broadland one that he mentioned it earlier, saying there's big carp and cats in there? I loved Spain. When I went, honestly, it was brilliant. I think it was £1,000, that was everything, all week, food, fishing, spends, flights. The only thing I didn't like about Spain is one, a burn and a blister. Like I don't do the sun very well. I get bit. So it was in the middle of June in Spain with a hoodie on, tracksuit bottoms, properly sweating. But it was worth it for the fish. Mike, how long do you go live for when you go live? Hey, up, Dean. What, I think I'm going to get a cold drink. Be back now. Be back now. Nine hours. That's mental. So I've been going on, what, 105 minutes now. 9 hours, man. So you know when you're in the live, does that automatically post to your channel so it's there for people to watch, or do you have to do that yourself? Yeah, people talking about editing videos and stuff. I haven't got a clue, mate. And then taking ages to upload, but need to edit and make it public. I have to have a look what to do then. So I'm with Virgin Media for the broadband, and it's like 1,000 gigs, so it is rapid, to be fair. Yeah, Dean, so I went live before and I come up with something. I don't know if I've done it, I don't know how long you've been going live, mate, but it says it's a new feature. So you can only have 25 people in your live as well as your subscribers. So I've got 52, I think, so 75, what's that? 75, 77, 77 people in. And then as your channel grows, you'll have more and more and more. That's good, that. I hope it absolutely flies, Mike. I really do. I would never have thought about going live. And then I was watching Catching Monsters live when he was on. Then I started watching a few others and I thought, why not? Like, most of them are American and I'm trying to tell them how we fish for carp. Because they do it weird. Like weird to us because we're not used to that. And I'm trying to tell them different methods that we use. So I thought, well, if I go live, then I can show them. Even live, push the three dots top of the screen. And it will come up with edit and you'll find it there, sound. I'll have a look. That sun's just gone behind the cloud. Now it's back out loud. But then, the more the merrier, mate. Like I said, like, I watched, I've fallen into that stupid trap of watching how the YouTube algorithm works and whatever, and I just thought, you know what, I'm not bothered. I'll just put it up if people drop in, because that's all I've done on others, just find them randomly. And then the ones that I have found, their subs have started following me, so it's group, like, the 50 subs is in like 3-4 weeks, which is mental to me, blew my mind. But yeah, the more the merrier, mate. Absolutely, Dean, absolutely. Wear them out best. So we've got a fireworks shop in Anfield in Liverpool, called Anfield Fireworks, because obviously it's in Anfield. And cheapest in the UK by far, not, and I'm not plugging it. I'm just saying we are the cheapest. And then when people see the prices, we've got people coming from Scotland, Ireland, Wales, all to the shop, just from where them out. It's absolutely crazy. I'm with you, mate. Honestly, I hope your channel flies. I'm not too bothered about followers. I'd rather have quality than quantity. I'd rather have people who I can engage with. So, but I look forward to 12 months, 2 years time, going live, having a bit of a following, and you popping in, being the OG. I look forward to it, mate. And as soon as we finish this, I'll be getting on to you and Dean and subbing and 100% getting on the Facebook group. I might put my catfish as my profile picture just for extra brownie points. Oh, shit. So fly fishing, mate, wow. I used to fish a lake up by Preston called Pendle View. And they had a big carp lake with specimen carp in. And then that was fed from a trout lake, and it was all water fed from down the mountains and stuff. So the owners were Scousers. So I just went up to them and said, do you rent the gear out to fly fish? They were like, we do, but just take mine. Oh my God, it was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. I did catch an Arctic char though. Don't weren't too bad. I remember getting a so every time I'd be out fishing, I'd always have a float rod out. Perch, roach, whatever. And I remember having my float rod out and I got up early one morning and went up to the trout lake, seen a load of trout, a couple of maggots on and threw it in, and I swear they straightened the hook so quick. I'm amazed how powerful they are. Dean, yeah, that car was crazy, mate. So where I live, the parade route was at the end of our road. So I've got 5 kids and 3 of them are disabled. So I just took them down there, it was easier for me. And I would love to go to town and watch it down there because it looks immense, but you know, you see them by ours, that's enough. I'm glad I didn't go now. But yeah, I think the lads just messed up and drove where he shouldn't have drove, and then people have kicked off because he did reverse a little bit into one of them. They've kicked off. Obviously, it's a safety issue, and then he's panicked. It's sad for everyone, really. Although he had drugs in his system, so if he's been on something, then that's down to him fully. Might go get the food on, bro. What are you having? We bring the barbecue and do burgers. Mikey cannot beat it, honestly. So where I am, where I live, the other side of the River Mersey is called the Wirral. I don't know if you know, it might be stating the obvious, but there's a place there called New Brighton, and they have a fish and chip shop, and in the summer it's so busy, and they turn out that much fish and chips that it's just properly fresh. And I love going over for fish and chips. Oh my God. Best fish and chips I've ever had. Mike's a chef. So if we ever go fishing, Mike, I'm bivvying up next to you, just so you know. You're the chef, I'm next to you. I'll do the dishes. I'm gonna give this 10 more minutes, lads, and then I'm gonna end it. Check in with the kids at home on FaceTime and that. And then I'll probably jump back on a bit later once the sun goes in. Frying pan's always full, nice. Yeah, once this sun cools off a bit, I'm just going to start working on the dog biscuits and get the surface controller going if I can. It's just too hot at the moment. I would fish a zig, but I'm terrible with zigs. Got no confidence at all, and I've tried adjustable zigs. They just seem to get stuck. Dean, are you into your footy? Just saying, Dean. So we made these out of a motorbike battery. Little power banks. They last. The longest I've done with it was 72 hours and I still had charge, so. Yeah, I've always been, like, it was mad because my dad took me when I was a kid. Then him and my mum split up, so he took me fishing. Didn't really catch much. And then sort of left it, and it went until 2007 that I picked it back up again. I picked it back up, and then the footy, he took me to one game, yeah, man. Always been a red. And then my little lad started wanting to go, and I always said, if they want to go, I'll take them. So we're lucky we only missed 2 games last season at Anfield. We went to every other game. We went down to Wembley, been to Wembley 4 times with the kids, just making memories, mate. Even getting out fishing with them. I've got a pair of Harris Hawks as well, so I can go hunting with they're on eggs at the moment, so I can't go near them, but usually I can go hunting and that with them. This place where I am, to go on these lakes you've got to be 18, but the other side kids can go, so I think I'm going to get the bivvy out in a couple of weeks and get out with me little lad. Fish only go up to like 20 odd pound, but it's a runs water, so we should get a few fish. Mad in a deal. So you saying your power pack's got a bigger battery than that? If so, how long does it last? Because that's always lasted me, that power bank. But I can see the power draining on it as we speak. Because I've got it plugged in while I'm live, so if I'm going to be going live, I might need something a bit bigger. I never called you Baldy. Nah, my last 4 nights. Charge my phone, double vape battery charger. Yeah. Nice. Nice. My mate who's next to me, he's got, I think it's called an anchor. You can put plugs and stuff in. So we usually power the fridge freezer off it. So we've got a fridge freezer in the van for all the food and that. And then I bring a cooler. I got a cooler from Costco, I think it was like 70, 80 quid. But it lasts while we're here. And he forgot his power banks this time, so we're not using the fridge. He's using that anchor, and then I've got all the stuff in my cooler. Yeah, I've noticed that, mate. It is draining it, like. I've just, to be honest, it went to 20% rapid, and then I just left it on charge since. Solar panel. So, I was on Temu, and I got a solar panel for about £1, £2. And I thought, that'll do that. And it just didn't. So, I think if I'm ever going to do solar, I think I'll be looking at a proper one. There was loads off a canal boat the other day on Facebook Marketplace. But I think they'd be too big. I want a canal boat. I always watch people who live on them on YouTube. 2 mile an hour, nice, slow, quiet life. That's the dream. That or move to Florida and get a big bass boat and dirty big V8 engine in it. I've seen them briefcase ones. Look cool. This was only a little one. And I thought, you know what, I'll just leave it on top of my bivvy of a day and it'll charge my phone for me, but it was awful. I think it was just black. Big Mike's Fishing Adventures. So I'm on a screenshot right now. It's going to go to green screen and know it is. Wow, didn't go to green screen. Yeah, it did. Piss off. Bronze World. You know what, Dean? I've never heard of them, but it's funny because just outside of Liverpool, there's a place called, it's still technically Liverpool, but it's called Rainhill. It's probably half-hour drive from the city centre. And my mum's clutch went on the car, so took it to some lad up there. And he's got 2 boats on the canal that he marinas up on, like puts them in the marina and pays for his mooring and fishes the marina over the weekend. Sweet, mate. Just took a screenshot there to make sure I've got like the names right. I'm gonna end this now and then I'll go to Facebook straight away and sort that, and I'll sub to you before I leave YouTube. And then I'm gonna phone the kids and that, and I'll probably go live once the sun settles a bit and the water goes flat. I'll get some dog biscuits out and go back live again. Peace out, boys. Look, it's nice to meet you. Thanks for coming in, because I thought it was going to be dead awkward, and honestly it hasn't been. So I appreciate it. I'll bring the biscuits when we go fishing. Sounding, I'll add you, mate. No worries. No worries, I'll sort it when I'm there. Boys, being emotional, thank you very much. And I'll probably catch you later. Peace.